Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to night two of Talking WrestleMania, or excuse me, night two was going to be tonight for WrestleMania 38. Night two, Sunday, WrestleMania Sunday, which we're hoping will be as big, if not bigger than night one, which was a huge, huge night for WWE. My name is Jim Parsons. I'm here with TheSportster.com. This is the second in a series of videos kind of running you down what's going to be happening here for WrestleMania and the matches, things like that. So if you're on live with us right now, I absolutely appreciate it. Hope you guys are with us. Feel free to put your comments in there. Let us know what you thought of night one. Ozzy's with us, and he says, yes, I haven't had on. Ozzy's a regular on the Facebook page. For those of you that don't know and you're just stumbling across this on YouTube, we do these videos on Facebook as well. We do them after WrestleMania. So last night we did Talking WrestleMania Night 1, where we ran down what was a fantastic card for WWE. Really got rolling after the Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch match, and then you had Cody Rhodes' debut. You had Austin coming back for a no-holds-barred match. You had two banger women's matches between Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair, and Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. Like, super cool show. So we're hoping that you guys enjoyed night one, and we talked about it on Facebook. But today we're going to be running through the show for tonight, the matches that are happening on this card. And I actually believe, I know a lot of people out there are saying, oh, there's no way that this is going to be as good as night one. I'm not sure about that. I think this could be fantastic. There's a lot of really cool and interesting matches on this card, from Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar being the big one, to the Raw Tag Team Championship match, to some celebrity matches. We got Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. You got Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. The Kofi Kingston match, by the way, New Day versus Sheamus, has been moved to tonight, so it's officially now on for tonight. So this match will be happening, so it's going to be awesome. We'll see all sorts of stuff. So let's run through it right now. For those of you that are with us, I appreciate it. Hit the like and subscribe button on YouTube. Help us out here so that we know if you want us to do more of these videos in the future. So let's go through quickly. We'll do a rundown of the show. Here's what this is going to look like. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. That's the big one for tonight. WWE Championship, Universal Championship being unified. Now, there's talk that maybe they'll have two belts when this is all said and done, coming after this pay-per-view is all done. But right now, all we know is it's going to be a unified title. I thought Bobby match post was supposed to be last night. I know Bobby Lashley versus Omos is scheduled for tonight. They might have moved some stuff around last minute, but I think as far as I'm aware, it was always going to be on Sunday. But this match also just came together, right? Omos didn't have an opponent until like last week, so we'll see where that one goes. But that should be an interesting match too, Ozzy. So I don't know, prediction-wise, I'm going to go with Roman Reigns here. This could go anyway. This could go Brock Lesnar, could go Roman Reigns, could be a swerve of some kind. I have no idea what to expect out of this, and that's kind of why I'm looking so forward to the match. Now, as far as the match itself goes, I think we're going to see something a little different than we normally see. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar should be an interesting bout, just simply because of the way that these two have reversed their roles, right? Brock Lesnar's now a babyface, and Roman Reigns is now kind of the heel here, so it's different than the way that they have kind of done their stuff in the past. So I'm curious to see how this is booked. If Lesnar does a lot of selling here for Roman Reigns, if Roman Reigns does a lot of selling here for Lesnar, if it's just a train wreck and it's just a huge smash 'em physical match, it should be really interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Edge versus AJ Styles. Now, there were a couple matches last night that was really good. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins was awesome. Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair was really strong. Ronda Rousey and Charlotte was even good. There just were good matches. I think this one, Edge and AJ Styles, might be the match of Sunday. This could be the one to watch. Now, AJ is just a fantastic performer, and Edge has the ability to show up when it's big time, and he is going to be a very interesting guy to watch here. There's some buzz and speculation that maybe he's going to lead a heel faction here moving forward on Raw. Could that play a factor tonight into the match? I'm going to go with Edge here. I think Edge pulls this one out, just simply because I don't think he's going to do it cleanly. I think he's going to cheat to win. Somebody could be involved here. I think AJ can afford to lose. It's not going to be the end of the world if he doesn't win. But I think you've got more riding on the Edge character right now. You need him to get a big win here. So I'm going with Edge in this one. But I have a feeling this could be the match of the night. We'll see how it ends. So far I've got Roman Reigns winning. I've got Edge winning. So I've got two heels winning here on Sunday. We'll see how this goes. The Raw Tag Team match. I'm going to stick with RK Bro. Riddle and Randy Orton, I think, pick up the win here. Street Profits, I don't know what's going on with them. If they're heels, if they're acting like heels and maybe they're still baby faces, but they're just kind of, for the purposes of this match, acting like bad guys. Alpha Academy, I like them a lot, but I don't know that you need to have Otis and Gable win. In fact, I think one of these guys can probably take the loss here, and Riddle and RKO can move on. I believe at some point RK Bro is going to break up here, and it'll have to do a lot with the tag team titles. So, some point down the line here, Riddle or Orton's going to cost Riddle. One of the two is going to lose the titles for the other ones, and that's going to be what sets them off and splits them up. Chris says, did they cut New Day versus Sheamus, Ridge Holland from last night? Yes, they did. That match was moved from Saturday to tonight, so it is scheduled for tonight's card. So they didn't just completely cut the match. They just ran out of time. There's a lot of talk, and we'll talk about it in a minute here, but I think it was 37 minutes of video promos that happened last night, building up matches that took place on Saturday. I'm sure you could have squeezed those guys in there. You also had a 2-hour kickoff show, so maybe they'll put that on the pre-show tonight. Not really sure, but you'd think they'd find a way to fit that in. All these video packages and build-ups and stuff, a lot of people are like, man, why did you need that? Especially when you showed it twice on the kickoff show and on the pay-per-view. But yeah, they're moving it to tonight, so that match will take place. So I'm going with RK Bro on this one, Riddle and Randy Orton. That's my pick. Lashley and Omos. Here's going to be a very interesting match. I don't know what you do here if you're WWE. Chris says Cody versus Seth was amazing. I have Roman winning without interference from the Usos. That'd be good if he could do it without the interference. That would be interesting. Lashley Omos, I don't know what to expect here because Lashley coming back suggests to me that maybe he should win here. But I don't think you want Omos losing yet, right? You're building him up to be this Andre the Giant type like figure. He's been dominating everybody. He's been running. But you can't have him squash Bobby Lashley. That just doesn't work. You know, Lashley's too big a performer. He's been your former WWE champion. He's a big deal, right? So I don't know that you want Omos losing here yet. So I have a feeling there's gonna be a wrinkle here, that this is not going to be clean, that there might not be an actual winner here. Could be a no contest, could be disqualification, could be something. But I have a feeling that Lashley's not going to lose cleanly. But I also don't think Omos is losing yet. So somebody, some way, this match is going to end kind of funky. That's my guess. Chris is Lashley going to spear Omos. He could absolutely spear Omos. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens at all. I just don't know if it causes Omos to lose here. So I just think WWE sort of painted themselves into a corner with this one, and they're going to have to find a way to get out of it because I don't think you want Lashley losing, at least not cleanly. And I don't think you want Omos losing yet either. That just kind of stunts any halt to the momentum and the buzz and the forward roll that he's been on. So I don't think you want that happening either. So I'm going to go with a no finish here, some sort of no contest, a disqualification, a count out, something. Just not a clean win for either guy. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. I don't know what's going to happen here. I'll go with Pat McAfee here. I think Austin Theory is a big-time star that WWE really has high hopes for. I think Vince McMahon sees a lot in Austin Theory. But I also don't know if Austin Theory losing here is the end of the world. I don't know that this is actually going to hurt him if he doesn't win to Pat McAfee. Whereas if Pat McAfee loses and then he's on SmackDown commentary every night, every Friday, how do you do that? Maybe he needs to have a big win. I would give it to McAfee. I just don't know exactly how this is going to shape out. But I do believe that maybe McAfee gets the win here. Austin Theory is going to be fine either way. I don't know what this match is going to be like. McAfee did a pretty good job when he fought Adam Cole in NXT, so he should be able to go against Austin Theory here. I'm expecting this to be a better match than maybe what we got. Not that it was bad, but Logan Paul and The Miz and Rey Mysterio and Dominic. I think Pat McAfee will up the game there. Will it be on the level of a Bad Bunny at WrestleMania last year? No, probably not, but I do think this could be pretty good. Ozzy says, why did they have Cody and a Carmella wedding at WrestleMania? I think it's next week. I might be wrong, but I think the buzz is for that this is going to be next week, but I don't know. They're supposed to be going on a honeymoon or something like that. But yeah, the wedding is scheduled around WrestleMania. It might be next weekend. I'm happy Ronda lost to Charlotte because it was the best WWE decision because Becky lost her title. So WWE didn't need Becky and Charlotte to lose their title, says Chris. Yeah, I'm with you. I didn't know if they would be able to pull off two babyfaces winning the titles on the same night for the women's division. I'm kind of glad they didn't do that. By the way, all the stories about Ronda Rousey, I'm going to put an article on TheSportster.com here right away. Not true. For those of you that were reading that Ronda Rousey walked out of the Hall of Fame ceremony and on WWE and was really mad that her match against Charlotte wasn't the main event, that's not accurate. That didn't happen. Even Ronda Rousey's gone on social media saying it's just all made up. It's not true. So don't Don't believe that. Ronda Rousey did not bail on WWE, and their cooler head prevail, and she come back the next day. She was fine. She's got a baby that she has to put, like, she's got other priorities other than being at every ceremony and every event that WWE holds this weekend. So she might not have been happy, but she said that she was totally cool with being right before Steve Austin. So whatever you read on that stuff, don't buy it. I would have been fine with the Charlotte winning, but that big boot to the end of the match was such BS. Flair cheated by taking out her ref. Yeah, that was a good way. I think it was a good way to protect Ronda Rousey. Is Lena Carmella going to lose their titles due to Carmella focused on the wedding instead, says Chris. Well, let's talk about it. I think that's probably accurate, Chris. I think that is going to happen tonight. I don't think Carmella and Queen Zelina walk away with the Raw Women's Tag Team titles, or excuse me, the Women's Tag Team Championships. I don't know who's going to win it. I don't think it's Natalya and Shayna Baszler. It could be Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley because I think they like that pairing. But I also think it could be Sasha Banks and Naomi because Sasha Banks is the equation, is kind of the X factor here. She's the biggest star of all 8 women in this match, and I could see them giving it to her just because of that. So I'm going to say Sasha Banks and Naomi win the titles here. It'll be a good win for Naomi. Makes a lot of sense that Sasha Banks is going to walk out of this thing with a belt at the end of the day. I say Sasha Naomi wins, says Chris. So I do agree with Chris that I think Carmella is going to get distracted and Queen Zelina and Carmella eventually going to come at odds here, and this is not going to end well for either one. Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville, what is going to happen here? That's the big takeaway from this match. I think that you have to consider that this could be crazy. This could be Johnny Knoxville just going off the rails, Sami Zayn doing his best sell job, helping out, making Johnny Knoxville look like $1 million. But I believe that you're going to see something incredibly insane tonight in this match. Could be a high spot, could be just the crap kicked out of Johnny Knoxville. I also think Johnny Knoxville is going to lose, and I think he probably wants to lose. I don't imagine that he cares if he wins. I think he just wants to walk away from WrestleMania and look like he took a beating, and he's a jackass guy. Makes sense that they would do that. So I'm going with Sami Zayn to win the match against Johnny Knoxville, and I expect something crazy to happen during this one. I'm fine with Sami winning, but there needs to be a big moment in the match. I think that's going to probably happen. Johnny will be victorious. Wouldn't shock me. Could be some sort of crazy, because Sami Zayn can lose, right? He's like the Miz. He can lose. It doesn't really matter. Finally, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods going to battle Rich Holland and Sheamus with Butch in their corner. I'm going with Rich Holland and Sheamus on this one. I think it'll be a quick match. I don't know if it'll be on the pre-card. I think Butch is going to get involved here somehow and play a factor. I'm going to say that the bad guys win. Ridge Holland, Sheamus pull out the victory. Had this been a 6-man with New Day and Big E involved, I might have gone the other way. But for this purpose, because they're building these characters in this stable, so to speak, I think that's probably going to be the case. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the pre-show. Keep in mind that WrestleMania Sunday is tonight. We'll have Talking WrestleMania Night 2 on the Facebook page for the Sportster, so you can check that out right after the pay-per-view is over. And we've got all the news and rumors and speculation heading into tonight's action on thesportster.com. Join us tomorrow. We're going to have a live podcast talking about everything that happened on Night 1 and Night 2, and I'm certainly looking forward to discussing that with all of you. So thank you. Enjoy WrestleMania Night 2. Click like and subscribe to our channel on the YouTube page, and we'll talk to you guys after WrestleMania Night 2 on the Facebook page. Take care.